respecting the market, embracing open-mindedness, and mastering the art of risk-taking. The remarkable story of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Welcome, I'm Ipsha, and in this episode, we delve into the extraordinary achievements of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and explore the factors that contributed to his unparalleled success. Joining me today is Aparajita Sharma, a seasoned financial journalist, certified financial planner, and co-author of the best-selling book, Bull of Dalal Street, How Rakesh Jhunjhunwala Made His Fortune. Thank you for being here, Aprajita. First and foremost, heartfelt congratulations on remarkable reviews pouring in.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's really been an amazing experience so far.
Could you share with us how this incredible idea came out? When did you conceive it and how did you embark on this journey?
Okay, so yeah, I get this question a lot. So Neil and I, my co-author, so we were already working on something related to personal finance and already writing a book. But when this happened, we just went online and checked, are there books about Rakesh Jhunjhunwala? We wanted to know more about him. And then we figured that no, there are not many books about him. And in fact, our book is first mainstream book about Rakesh Jhunjhunwala.
Okay.
So even though he was always out there and he would appear in TV interviews, etc., but there was nothing collated information about it at one place. So we thought this is great opportunity that we must dedicate a book to Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, because people, now that he is no more, so those interviews will not happen, and all new age first time investors, or be it college students, school students, people interested in stock market, they must know about him, because he represented stock market. When you think about Dalal Street and when you think about most prominent investors in India, then whose name pop up in your mind? It's obviously Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. We also onboarded Aditya with us.
So exactly, when you think of Dalal Street, you think of Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, which leads us to our next question. What exactly made Rakesh Jhunjhunwala the Rakesh Jhunjhunwala?
Yeah, so Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, I should say that he was a unique personality. So he was a leader. He was not a follower. So even though he would say that he learned stock market investing from his gurus, Radhakishan Damani ji, Manu Manik ji, all big investors from 90s, but Rakesh Jhunjhunwala had his own style of doing things. So there wasn't any, so a lot of people ask me that how Rakesh Jhunjhunwala used to pick his investment bets. So there is no scientific method to it, and he himself accepted it that he does that intuitively. So he had that sense of, so he would sit in a meeting, and if somebody is presenting them a pitch, then he would listen to the person for some times, and quick decision ability. So within minutes he will decide, probably in 30 minutes, 30 seconds and 60 seconds, he would decide whether he wants to go ahead with that investment or not. So this quick decision-making ability, and then he always accepted his mistakes. Lot of people, investors, when they are investing in any stock, then they get emotionally attached to it, and they don't want to sell it, and they always have this positive attitude that the stock will go up. But he would accept his mistakes. If market is not behaving the way he predicted, then he would cut losses. And this is something not many people can do. So that behavioral aspect also makes him unique. So that is what makes Rakesh Jhunjhunwala the Rakesh Jhunjhunwala.
Definitely. And as you mentioned that he had his own style of doing things, okay, rather than following someone. So I just want to understand that when you were examining Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's stock picking techniques or his investment style, what did you learn from it?
Okay, so the very unique thing about him was that he was an investor and a trader. So not many people can do that. So one anecdote I would like to share here, that Harshad Mehta and Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, they both belong to two different camps. They were rivals. They were not friends.
This is something very interesting that we are putting it out on our channel today.
Yes. So Harshad Mehta, so I spoke to one of journalists from 90s who used to cover stock market. So he told me that Harshad Mehta told him, the journalist, that he admired Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Harshad Mehta admired Rakesh Jhunjhunwala because he was the person who, in 90s, everybody was trader. There wasn't any concept like investing. But Rakesh Jhunjhunwala made that transition from trader to being investor. And people who do that, Harshad Mehta said that 90% people fail at doing it. Trader cannot become an investor. But Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was the one who did both with amazing skill set. So this is what made him unique. So this difference between trading and investing, the way Rakesh Jhunjhunwala used to explain it in his interviews and the way he played it himself practically. So that is this is one investment style that I learned, and everybody should focus on it.
Exactly. And speaking of investment, what was his views on mutual funds, considering his emphasis on common people starting their investment journey with it?
So Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was 100% stock man. He would not even invest in real estate. He was through and through, because he lived, eat, and fun, everything related to stock market. His life revolved around it. So he was 100% stock market man. But when it comes to retail investors, that even Jhunjhunwala would say that you should start with mutual funds, because people who are already related, working in different fields, probably an engineer or a doctor, they would not have time to track stock market.
Exactly.
Then how do they participate in stock market journey? So they can outsource it to people when there are already skilled fund managers available. So why don't you outsource your investment to those persons? They are the ones who can actively pick stocks for you, and that's how you can create wealth. So he would always advise retail investors to start with mutual funds, and that is what our suggestion, that is what Kuvera's suggestion as well, that you have to be regular in your SIPs, you have to do your investments, create your basic portfolio, linking it with different mutual funds, and that's how you can create wealth. Not everybody should play into individual stocks.
Okay, and it's all about creating wealth, and people generally, used to invest in MNCs as well, because the foreign market, the market abroad used to give better returns. And despite Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, he started investing in MNCs quite late. He was very much, into the Indian market. He was not a big fan of MNCs and market abroad. So I just want to know, why was he so bullish, on India?
Okay. So here Shankar Sharma has an interesting take on it, that Rakesh Jhunjhunwala would not travel that much. So he would say that if he's not outside India, if he hasn't seen the world, then obviously he will be bullish India. so,
That's a fair point.
But jokes aside, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was really bullish on India, and there are reasons. And so first and foremost, if just observe around you, so you will see that a lot of your friends and families, they are traveling a lot.
Exactly.
And why are they traveling a lot? Because they have disposable income to spend. And then again, buying iPhones and all fancy gadgets, people are doing that. So this is one reason. So expenditure economy, that we, India, consumerism and disposable income, one reason. And then second reason, digitization. The kind of digital infrastructure that we are building, and the way UPI has exploded, we have proven to the world that the kind of technologies Indians can produce. That is the second reason why we need to be bullish on India. And if you remember, in October, Morgan Stanley had come out with a report that this decade belongs to India. So
Exactly.
even globally, people are recognizing the potential that India has. So obviously, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was bullish on India, and now you see other people also being bullish on India.
So it's all about understanding the market and then make the wealth, and experimenting, do things on your pace, whether you want to learn from someone or follow your own heart and intuition. As a final question, Aparajita, I would want you to give a message to the new age investor, or the one who are planning to get into investing.
Okay, so first, don't follow anyone. Don't try to copy anyone. It could be Rakesh Jhunjhunwala as well. So you should not copy him. A lot of people would make mistake. So they would buy the same stocks what Rakesh Jhunjhunwala would buy. That's how they'll create their portfolio. But you cannot get that entry point, the same price point that Rakesh Jhunjhunwala got. And when he will be selling the stock, so he is not going to call you and tell that you sell it. So you cannot copy other people's portfolio at all. So you have to focus on your skill set. And so one anecdote I would like to share, that around in the beginning of 2000, when tech boom had happened and people would buy IT stocks a lot, so Rakesh Jhunjhunwala did not understand technologies, and if he doesn't understand something, then he won't go after it. So he did not participate in tech boom. And during those days, he would buy PSU stock, and people would say, "Dekho gadha aaya." That's how Rakesh Jhunjhunwala himself narrated it in one of interviews. People would tell, "Dekho gadha aaya." He is investing in PSU stocks, but it turned out well for him, and he really made money. So that is something you have to be confident about your choices, your investment choices. So that is one message I would like to give. And second, if you are not entirely dedicated to stock market, if you are not tracking it full time, then you should not get into trading. You should stay away from FNOs. Investing still fine. You can invest in individual stocks, but do your own fundamental research. Only then you go to it. Otherwise, simply invest in mutual funds, SIPs, and just index funds. If you are bullish on India, then you have to be bullish on top 50 companies of India. So invest in Nifty 50 index fund and do SIPs in those. That is one message that I would like to give to everyone.
So you can always learn from others, but it's not necessary that you follow them. And it's always good to, understand the market, understand your risk appetite, and then invest once you have a better understanding of everything. Understanding, because it's very, very important. That is all for the day. Hope you have learned something today, and go and read the book and tell us in the comment section below who we should talk next. Investment in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. For more information, visit kuvera.in.